routinely demonstrates a lack of civility in his comments about public school families. For example, when ordered by the court to provide buses to children on Staten Island, or directed by the federal government to remediate PCVs in schools, he routinely answers, well, you can have buses, you can have safe schools, or you can have teachers. You have to choose, right? That lack of civility, that lack of decorum, that disrespect sets an example for what transpires here at this meeting. So if you have an issue with it, I suggest that you sit down with the individual who appointed you and discuss how you and the man who appointed you will interact and address public school families. Second, with regards to the conduct of this meeting, I will remind you that we are here to hear the public's concerns before we vote. We are here, we are guests in District 13, we are guests in this high school. If you're going to come here and play on your blackberry, as Joel Klein did, or do your emails, as one member did all night, I will warn you that I will introduce a resolution of censure, and you can explain to the press why you were the subject of a resolution of censure. So in the future, I would suggest you conduct your own selves with decorum before you criticize the people in the audience.
Wow!
John Jay's building, I was shocked that we had two principals, two DOE employees who faced threat of retaliation for their comments, come out and speak so vociferously against this proposal. It seems there is a history of neglect of the schools in this building. And while it's a Brooklyn issue and I'm not an expert on all matters, I don't see how I can support this. I will ask a question, though. I find it very strange that despite the fact that we have not yet approved this new school in this building, we have a principal out recruiting teachers and recruiting students to be in the school. What happens, Deputy Chancellor Sternberg, if we decline this co-location tonight? Where does that principal go? What does she do tomorrow?
Patrick, good question. I can assure you that the principal understands that the panel will make the final decision about her school. We are supporting her in her planning work. We have extraordinary confidence that this is a terrific school leader that will do great things for Brooklyn. But of course, it is up to this panel, and we encourage her to get a running start for her school. And we certainly hope that the panel will support the proposal to approve the school.
Thank you.
Patrick, I'd like to respond to some of your comments in particular.
Yes.
And one of them is that we are, as individuals, responsible for our behavior. And that's how we should treat it. And if someone's speaking and many people are yelling at that time, doesn't matter if I agree with them or disagree with them, they deserve to hear that we need to allow people to speak. I don't think that's disrespecting home turf. And I would never justify that as saying that it's disrespecting home turf. So, when you're speaking in generalities, I speak in particulars. And I'll say to you that when I made